Yeah. This is Dr. Jack Barnathan with my good friend, who I have so much respect for, author, lecturer, so much more, Danny Beasley. Danny, great to see you tonight, pal.
Dr. Jack, how are you?
Outstanding, outstanding.
All right. Yes, sir.
Danny is an author of the masterpiece Lies Within, which is one of my favorites, and he has a book that he's completing now on mentorship. And tonight, Danny wanted to talk about something we touched on last week. We were talking about the word potential, and it sounds like such an innocent word, but it really can cause so much even despair in people and not fulfilling. And the word potential versus a phrase that you use, really a divine assignment.
Mhm.
And share with us your thoughts and why it's important to realize it's a divine assignment that we have and that we have to be aware of.
hmm Well, I think last week when we were talking, and when you asked me that question as we were dialoguing, I remember having to parse the two out. In other words, most people think for their potential is their divine assignment. I don't necessarily believe that that is the case. I think we all have giftings, and the giftings are the potential that we have within us.
Yeah.
Some people are gifted for certain things. Other people are gifted for other things. So I believe we all have inherent giftings that we have in us that we can develop as potential. But I believe the potential that we have is for a reason. That we have that potential for a reason, and that's the difference in how someone could be so talented, so gifted, but yet they're miserable. They have no peace, right?
Yeah.
And the reason, and they may have developed their gifting to a certain level that they are professional. They're singing professional. They're professional athletes, what have you. So whatever the talent or gifting, actually, talent is we can separate that out too because
Yep.
talent is one thing, gifting is another thing, and then your assignment is actually something different. Talent is more something I believe is physically inclined. You could be talented in many different ways. Gifting is something that I believe is divinely given, uh,
Yeah.
assigned, and then the assignment is more of what you're supposed to do with that talent and that gift, right? It's to fulfill something here on this earth, this planet. And I believe the lack of peace in a person is a clue to whether or not they've connected to what that assignment is.
Yeah. It's, we were just talking before about someone who I know who was an artist and uh, who has, I think, by most standards, he's accomplished wonderful things, wonderful works. But uh, I've heard him, and it hurt to hear this, uh, torturing himself that he hasn't lived up to his potential. And I know him; we know each other for many years, and it's like, no, well, back then everyone thought I would do this, and I was like, look at what you've done, and you know what? I could certainly say that was his assignment, and
Yeah,
he's not done. We're still. It's like, gosh, and I think some people give up because, again, that word potential. I think there's you pointed it out in a powerful way, Danny, that there's there's a lot of harm that can come from fear and hesitation that can come from wrapping ourselves too much in that word potential and the thought that we have something that's an assignment that's divine we're here
yeah,
for. That makes all the difference in the world.
yeah. And unfortunately, I believe that most people don't may not uh, position themselves to actually to actually ask that question, the question of why.
Yeah.
Why am I here? The fact that the word assignment means that something has been assigned to you,
Yeah.
right? But if you believe that you are the one controlling that assignment, I just think it's life can be pretty tough because you've discovered a gift possibly, and you're doing everything you know to do to develop that gift, whether it's in acting, whether it's in, like I said, singing. Many gifted, beautiful, talented singers I've heard, but if you listen to the words and the subjects that they're singing about, you could tell that it's not edifying somebody, and it's more of, it's a gift, very talented, but what are they talking about? What are they singing about? What is the gift being used for? And I just believe that most people don't understand that if you discovered the gifting that you have, that's great.
Yeah.
But you have to open up more to ask yourself, who gave it to me and why?
Yeah. And that can create such a sense of calm and such a
Hmm.
sense of centering that so many people are looking for. This is beautiful,
Yeah,
Danny.
yeah, yeah. I think with that, Dr. J, I'm gonna continue on, but I think that's very important when I say you have to open up and ask yourself why, because that's the first question that's needed to get on that path of discovering what that assignment is. And a lot of times I think people don't take enough time to sit down and really ask, like, what am I here to do? Why am I here to do it? And then
Yeah,
go on a course and a path to get the right wisdom to unveil what that is.
I love it.
Mhm.
I couldn't agree more, Danny, and
Yeah.
it's something we all can have to think about and really again, it's like following what you're suggesting. Whew, that takes a lot off. It takes a lot of
Hmm.
stress off of the things that we can do to ourselves that can be just unnecessary harm, which is
Hmm.
so important. So
Hmm.
important. Danny Beasley, thank you so much, Danny. Everyone follow Danny, get in a conversation in his social media and his YouTube channel, O3G Citizen. Uh, Danny, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, Dr. Jack. Mhm.